Hello everyone. How are you doing? I hope you're doing just dandy. I'm at work right now. I'm in my car. I have to sit in the back seat because my phone holder thingy that connects to my windshield is broken. So you're sitting in between my front seat here. You might see me keep looking around because I want to make sure none of my coworkers are seeing me talk to myself in my car. Yay. Yeah, I'm on my lunch break right now in my car, and I figured we could chit chat. I've not seen my Insta stories and my Facebook stories. I put a poll on there asking you guys to ask me some questions. I mentioned it in my last video that I did. I only got 2 questions, so I'm gonna answer those questions here, and I said I would answer them truthfully, so I will. I also wanted to mention, why can't I talk right now? I'm hungry. That's why. I'm hungry and I want to eat my lunch. So, but yes, I will answer those 2 questions, and obviously this will end up being a short video if I just answer those 2 questions. So I figure I would add in a little story time, and it has to do with ghosts. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe down below so you can be a part of my family, my channel here. I would really appreciate it. And without further ado, let's get into the video. I have a lunch. It's literally just a snack that I brought with me, but I had to store it in my daughter's lunch pail. It's Moana. You want to know what's in here? Forgot I had that in there. And hummus. No, I'm not eating an entire thing of hummus. That's disgusting. I'm not doing that. I have some wheat thins. I was gonna dip in there. If you have not had hummus, it's delicious. You should try it. A couple questions that I had gotten asked. The first one was, why and when did you get into makeup? So I got into makeup about when I was 14, 15. My parents had enrolled me in this modeling agency called Barbizon. They pretty much teach you how to model. They teach you kind of basics of makeup. They don't go into full detail. I mean, at least when I was doing it, it's probably different now. I don't even know if the agency's still alive, but when I was enrolled in it, they taught you the basics of makeup, just to find your correct foundation shade, how to use concealer, and that was pretty much it. That's when I kind of gotten into makeup a little bit. I did wear makeup when I was in high school. I wore a little bit of makeup, a little bit of foundation, eyeliner, mascara, just the basics, I guess, when I was in high school. And then when I was about in my 20s, I mean, I'm in my 20s now, but when I was 20 years old, that's when I really started getting into like eyeshadow and blush and bronzer and stuff like that. One of my coworkers is walking this way. Give me a second. Hold on. Okay, she's in her car. We're good. Why I got into it? When I got into makeup in high school, I mainly wore it to fit in. Just like other girls. I mean, I don't know if other girls were like that, but I was bullied in high school, unfortunately, and in middle school. So I wore makeup to fit in, so people would like me and be nice to me. Yeah, girls are mean, dude. They are mean. Not all of them, but you know those high school girls. Yeah. Just be nice. Just be nice to people in general. Don't be a bully. Don't be that one person. If anything, be that one person that sticks up for people and will be by their side. You know? You never know what someone's going through in their life. You don't know what's going on at home. You know, we're all just trying to get through life. So just be kind, you know? Yeah. Now, as an adult, why I do it, it's so much fun. It is so much fun. You can do so many creative looks with makeup. Not only does it make you feel beautiful, you don't need makeup to look beautiful. You're beautiful without it. But I'm just saying, it just makes you feel wonderful. It gives you that boost of self-esteem that you might need. And it's just, you can get creative with it. You can do so many different looks with makeup. It's amazing. It's absolutely just great. Then the second question that I got asked was, why are you so awesome? Which is very sweet. I really appreciated that one. I mean, me personally, I feel like I'm a weirdo. I feel like I'm kind of an oddball. Like, even here at work, I sometimes feel like I'm like weird. I don't know. When you get to know me, I'm like crazy and fun and stuff. At least I hope I am. But I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of weird. I don't know. But I mean, thank you for thinking that I'm awesome. Like, that makes me feel good. That makes me feel good to know that some people think that I'm a great person. So thank you. That was the 2 questions that I got asked. I hope that I will get more questions if I end up doing this again in the future. I hope that I will get more questions, because that would be cool. Now for story time. So if you really want to listen, tune in. Come in. Come in closer. Come in closer. I don't know if any of you believe in ghosts. I know that I do. Here at my job, I work at a daycare center, for those of you who don't know. And the daycare center, since I started working here, which was about 6 years ago, I've always been told that the daycare is haunted. And we have a nursing home right over here. It's a big campus. So there's a nursing home, the daycare center, and then down the road, there's actually a battlefield, like an old Oriskany battlefield. And I don't know if it's from that or if like the residents, you know, their health or something, they pass away, unfortunately. I don't know if it's their ghosts or the old soldiers from the battlefield way back in the day, if it's them coming to visit. But, and I know I sound crazy, there has been some stuff happened here at the daycare center. I have to say, some crazy stuff. I work in the infant room, so I work with the little babies. And they usually say that the more pure your heart is, the more likely you are to see them. And children, they're more susceptible to seeing them because their heart is pure. The way that the room, my infant room, is set up, so say right here is the diaper changing station. Here's the diaper changing area, and where you guys are is the gate, like the doorway to the infant room. When I very first started working in that infant room, I was changing a baby's diaper, and I kept looking over to the doorway because from my side view, I kept seeing someone standing there, and I would go look and nobody's there. I'm like, okay. So I start changing the diaper again, and I swear I see something, and I go to look, and it disappears. I'm like, am I crazy? Like, what the heck is going on? But then my coworker, she was like, you see it too, right? And I looked at her and I'm like, I keep thinking I'm seeing someone in the doorway. She goes, oh yeah, I see it too. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'm glad I'm not crazy. I'm glad it's not just me. Like, what the heck? But there was a day where I'm, just pretend like where I am is the high chairs where the babies, like the older babies, like 17, 18 months old, they sit and eat lunch. So you guys are the doorway. They're sitting here eating lunch, and I'm over here by the changing table, and my partner is over kind of like where you guys are. One of the babies literally just nonchalantly just eating lunch, whatever, and just starts going like this, waving. Both me and my partner turn and look, and we look at the doorway, there's nobody there. And we look back at him, and he's still just, hey, what's up, like waving. We look at him and we're like, who are you waving to? Not even kidding. He points at the door. We look again, still nobody's there. We're like, okay. Clearly you see somebody standing there saying hello. Somebody's visiting us. Who is it? Nobody knows. Strange things like that happen here at the daycare, for sure. There has been times where the baby swing will randomly just start moving by itself. And that's kind of normal here, you know. There was something that actually happened at my apartment. And it wasn't scary, like I wasn't scared or anything like that. It wasn't bad. Thank God for that. But it was actually the video that I did, me reviewing the Jaclyn Cosmetics Blush and Bronzer Duo. And I kept rewinding it and playing it again because I swear I hear someone saying something. And it's not Lyra, because you can hear Lyra in the background, but it's very faint because she's out in the living room with her father. And I know it's not her because the sound that I heard was in the room with me. So I kept playing it back, rewinding it, playing it again, rewinding it, playing it again. I did this I don't know how many times. And I even had my coworkers here listen to it. I had my husband listen to it, and they're like, yeah, that's not Lyra. Like, that's somebody else. You can hear it clear as day. You might want to raise up your volume so you can hear it. I'm going to play it for you. And I'll play it a couple of times so you can really hear it. Tell me what you hear. We're going to open it up. We're going to open it up. Open it up. Did you hear it? I hear hey. Whoever it was. I hear them saying hey. One of my coworkers says she hears play. And then my husband said he hears red. I'm like, I'm not hearing an R. I'm hearing an H in that. And then I even showed it to my mom, and my mom's like, oh my gosh, that's so creepy. Kind of almost sounds like a little kid. But I don't know. I thought that was very interesting. It didn't scare me or anything. Like, I don't want to be scared about it, but it was very interesting. Kind of strange, but yeah. But I have one more story for you. I was in the bathroom one day. I was doing my makeup. It was actually on my birthday. And I kept hearing a weird, like, sound, and it was in the wall. And it was kind of like the wall ceiling, and I thought it was my landlord's pets. Maybe their nails were scratching on the floor or something, like they were walking around. But I'm like, no, there's no way that I would be able to hear it that clearly. So I kept hearing it, kept hearing that noise. I'm like, don't even tell me that we have mice, like, in the wall or something. Or, like, in the attic or something like that. Because the way our apartment is set up, we live on the side of a house. And the bigger house part is where our landlord lives. So I'm like, is there mice, like, living in the wall or something? Like, what is going on? And then a little while later, maybe about a week later, it was like 5:50 in the morning, and I kept hearing that same noise, but it was coming from the kitchen. So I'm like listening, and I'm smacking the crap out of my husband. I'm like, get up, there's something in the kitchen. And he's like, ugh, like, he was still groggy because it was almost 6 o'clock in the morning. He's like, it's probably nothing, like, just go back to sleep kind of thing. And I go, no, I'm hearing something in the kitchen. So then I'm looking. It was dark, but I could see it clear as day. A little baby mouse comes out from under the oven and is looking up at the ceiling, and then he pops right back underneath the oven. And I smack my husband again, and I go, there's a mouse in the kitchen, get up! He's like, oh, really? And just went back to sleep. He didn't really care. But I told the landlord, I texted him and I told him about it. And he's like, okay, well, just let your husband know to get some of those sticky traps, and I'll call an exterminator. And I was like, okay. So I told my husband, get the sticky traps. What does he do? He gets one of those snap traps. I'm like, the poor baby. Like, I literally kept saying that the entire time. Like, the poor baby. Put a little tiny little piece of cheese in the trap, and he left it right next to the oven. Luckily, we didn't have our daughter that night. She was staying at my mom's house. It was exactly 10 o'clock. My husband just fell asleep. I lay down, and I'm starting to get comfortable. I can feel myself starting to doze off. I'm like, oh, thank God, I'm finally starting to fall asleep. And then the snap goes off, and it was a loud snap. The snap goes off, and I'm smacking my husband again. I'm like, the trap went off, get up! And he's like, it probably just went off by itself, because those can do that. They'll go off by themselves. I go, no, the trap went off. Go see, go see. So he gets up, he turns the kitchen light on, and there's the poor baby just squirming because his head got crushed. The poor baby. And I'm yelling at my husband, not really yelling at him, but I'm like, you should have got the sticky trap. Husband, he takes it. Obviously, the poor thing died instantly. I mean, I guess it's better than him getting stuck to the sticky trap and then he's there for like a couple days suffering. So I'm trying to look light of it. Like, he died instantly, you know, he didn't suffer kind of thing. I don't know. He was just a little baby mouse though. He just wanted some food. He was hungry. My husband took the mouse, he put it in a box and he put it on the back porch. He comes and lays back down and he's like, Stuart Little has left the building. I was like, that's not funny. I laugh about it now, but then I was like almost in tears, like, the poor baby. That's it. That's it for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed my stories and enjoyed me answering those couple questions that were asked of me. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully I will see you in my next one. I thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you all. Have a wonderful day. Bye. Hold on. I want to make sure this thing is still on. Yes, it is. Okay. My stomach, dude. I'm lactose intolerant, and I had grilled cheese and tomato soup. I can feel it kicking in. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Oh, man. Got a hole in my lip. Look at that. Alright, more of my coworkers are trying to come outside. So, I don't want them seeing me talk to myself. Dude, my stomach is hurting so bad. That grilled cheese, I'm regretting it. Oh man. Oh man. I'm gonna have the Hershey squirts in just a minute. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry if that was disgusting, but it's the truth.